Well, we have perfect blue skies. Quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Passing is crisp and sharp, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's a good run down the right. Calhanoglu. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
It would have to be Kenan Yildiz, Peter, because he really is one of the golden boys of his generation. I think his signature move is to take the ball on the turn and drift out to that left wing and take on whoever presents himself in front of him. He may be a playmaker, but likes to progress with the ball, with his own running, his own pace, his own style. That's Yildiz.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Pato.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
El Mali. Turkey ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Goulet. That's Yildiz. Celik. Bardakci. Calhanoglu. Goulet. Akçokolu gets on his bike and on the move.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it into space. Delivers with wit. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
With the goal in the 27th minute.
It's Arda Goulet. Goulet. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? And he should have made them pay.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but either side to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Second half is up and running.
Australia really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here, upping the intensity and the tempo.
He's having a shot! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. And he has shown him a yellow card. Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for, and it was a reckless lunge. He scores for sure! Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Absolutely, more of the same. States has taken part of the win, commenced with line early. Obviously, his injury at half-time suggested they would like a little bit more of the ball. So maybe
Turkey have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Australia still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. That pass isn't the best. Threads one in, and it's been played through. And he's got, a gilt-edged chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Turkey certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Australia are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Pato. It's a lovely neat pass.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Couler, this is promising. He has a look up. Çalhanoğlu! Erankunda. And he's being shifted off it. And here's Yildiz. Oh, he's having a go! And that really should have been that.
Yildiz really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Substitution in progress.
The manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Australia have lost 5 of their previous 6 open games.
Australia very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's much better from Turkey. Changing speed, changing rhythm, little combinations to try and get in behind and
It's a good ball out wide. That's really well manoeuvred. Which shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
From the corner at one end to the corner at the other.
Erankunda. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moments. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Although attending
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?